I've been gone for a long time, and I've mostly been concentrating on my yoga teacher training and my other services that I offer. And so now I'm getting ready to leave for another adventure to Bulgaria. And this is about how a through hiker makes decisions to pack for a trip without as many limitations. And that's super hard for me. I want to stay minimal, and yet I don't want to feel like I could have brought something and I didn't. And so it's taken me a while to put this together. Here is a brief overview, and then I did add some things in, and so I'll come back later and show you those as well.
This is the first walkthrough of everything I am planning to take to Bulgaria. I'll be carrying this Osprey pack. I think it's 33 liters with a pack cover. I've got a long sleeve shirt and pants, base layer, fleece, puffy, and my raincoat, water reservoir thing, and hiking attire, including just my shirt, shorts, socks, gaiters. There's a buff, a whatever you want to call those things. Oh gosh, this bandana. There you go. Shoes. I have some extra socks that I will either hike with, or I'll use them with my sandals in the towns. Shorts for in town, a shirt for in town. It's a tank top, as well as it will be used with my pants that I'll sleep with. I can also use the base layer to sleep in if it gets cold. And then we'll be going to some monasteries. So this is a shawl to cover my shoulders. The pants will cover my knees. Sleep socks. And then I have some extras. Some socks, bra, underwear, and gloves, rain skirt, and rain mitts. I will be staying mostly in huts, so I have this silk liner and sunglasses. This is all I'm bringing for personal care items. It's a mix of everything: shampoo and some KT tape and little pack towel and lip balm and lotion and odds and ends. And then first aid, headlamp, emergency blanket, very minimum to carry in my pack. P-style, of course. And then this is a bag of snacks, because even though we'll have food, I will definitely need to eat more than that. And then I've got some magnesium powder to have. And this is my travel bag. So I will use this in the airport as well as in towns. I'm carrying a little water bottle, headphones, a power bank, toothpaste, toothbrush, and then I have compression socks for the plane. And then I have my little fanny pack that I'll have all of my essentials with cash and all of that. So I think that's it. The only thing I'm considering adding is maybe one more hiking shirt potential, but I just can't decide. And I will also need to decide if I'm going to carry some Ziploc bags to keep things dry. I probably will, mostly just for my puffy and any other clothes I might want to have in my pack for the day. So it won't need to be big. And that's it.
So I've got everything laid out around me, and it's kind of sporadic because I had to think about where I'm taking things and how I'm packing them. So, as I mentioned, that list is pretty accurate of the things that I went through, but this is how I'm getting it all into this 33-liter Osprey Talon, which is a man's pack. I think I borrowed it. But it seems to fit me well, and I think it will be fine. Small, but I think I can do it. The other thing that I'm carrying with me is my little day pack that came with my Gregory Maven pack. It's very simple. It's super, super light. I'll use this on the plane and then also in towns, in addition to this little teeny tiny fanny pack that I'll carry my money and valuables and ID and passport and things like that in this pack on the plane and whilst I'm in town. So I think with both of these, I'll have enough space with me to carry the essentials while I'm out and about and not actually hiking. So I'll do the plane stuff first, and I'll walk you through how I'm going to use my hiking stuff on the plane and all of that. So it'll all go in here. Not carrying a lot with me. I'm going to wear hiking pants and a hiking shirt. The pants are because it's often cold in airports. Now I will arrive and it might be in the 80s. So I am tucking these town shorts, which also double as hiking shorts, in the Osprey on the top. I can show you that, but they're set aside for that purpose. So I'll wear tank top, pants, and then on the plane, I also have my fleece, and this will be my mid layer when I am hiking. So it will go with me on the plane, but it'll also be for hiking. It will be for sleeping in the huts when they're higher elevation. I might need a little warmth as well. And so this will be a really versatile item. I'm also taking a little scarf. This is for some of the monasteries. Shoulders need to be covered. It will also serve as a leg rest. So I don't know if you've seen these little demos on TikTok or YouTube or whatever. You can wrap it around the food tray and then rest your feet. I've done that before rather than buy a specific travel item for that. This will go with me. It'll also give me a little bit of warmth on the plane if that fleece doesn't cut it. Maybe a pillow, I don't know, multi-use. Compression socks on the plane. If you followed my through hike, you'll know I had some swelling issues, so I'm bringing them just in case. Water bottle for the airport. This will also be in that pack when I'm traveling through town so that I can take some water with me. From what I've read, and I haven't read a lot, Bulgaria water is pretty safe and should be relatively easy to come by. Socks that double up as hiking socks will be on the plane. And they will also be for if I get blisters with my toe socks and things like that. They're just a nice alternative. Bra underwear and toothbrush, toothpaste on the plane, medications. I'm bringing a snack bag on the plane. I get hungry and I like to have things with me. I don't like to wait. Also on the plane, charger, headphones, and I don't have that with me, but I'll have my charging cords and stuff and my phone and my fanny pack with ID, cash, lip balm, and things like that. So that is the bag that I'm packing for the plane. A quick overview of some of the other things I'm taking. So this bag will be stuffed with toiletries and other things. It will also serve as an easy way to grab and go if I'm using public showers and stuff like that. In that, I will put shampoo, conditioner, lotion, lip balm. This will get kind of taken apart as I am when I arrive and put into my backpack and things that I need. Little scrubby for my feet. In here, I have some Advil and some other things, extra hair bands, fingernail clippers and cuticle clippers, and some Q-tips. A little bit of tea, smooth move tea, just in case, never know. And little towel. I have laundry detergent sheets just in case I need to wash clothes and there's nothing available. I'm going to bring a razor. 4 weeks, 3 weeks could be useful. I'm bringing KT tape. still have the shoulder injury, and I don't know how that's going to work. So this is just in case. Also Leuko tape, good to have. I will carry this little knife multi-tool from Sawyer, toothpick and all that. I love it. As well as headlamp, emergency blanket, extra toilet paper. Yeah, this is my emergency pack that I'll keep in my pack. Bringing a little carabiner just to tie everything together. Who knows when that's going to be useful. And so all of that will go together, and then I'll take it out when I get on, when I arrive. So staying mostly in huts, silk liner. I like to carry my glasses in here. Sunglasses go in during the night and then in the day. This also protect my sunglasses while in my checked bag. Rain skirt, rain mitts. Puffy. Lightweight base layer. It will be, if I need to, have long sleeve base layer while I'm hiking, but also sleeping. If we're up in the mountains and elevation in a hut, might kind of get cold in there. Gloves. Rain jacket. Beast style. And then sandals for in town. So in town, which is why I'm also wearing toe socks, so that if it's cold, I can still wear my non-hiking shoes. Reservoir. This will go in my pack. During the day, I have a big bag of food. The food will be provided, lunches and dinners and breakfasts for the most part, but no snacks. And so I eat a lot, and I'm worried about not having enough protein. And so this is really how I'm going to make sure that happens. I also have some instant coffee. I have electrolytes. I have some trail mix and some candy, coffee candy, fireballs. I have fireballs, and yeah. So just a bunch of food that will go in my checked bag, and I will pull from it. We are going to be able to leave stuff at the places that we're staying for the most part. I think there's a 3-day stretch where I'll have to carry 3 days worth of snacks and food and stuff, but I won't have to carry a lot of things that I'm not using, which is why I'm bringing this stuff roll top Osprey sack as well, so that I can put my extra clothes, I can carabiner it to my extra food, and I can leave it with the guide. Which brings me to what I'll stuff in it, in my bag. I will put the rest of my clothes, which are actually not a lot. I have my long sleeve shirt. This will be hiking in towns, all of that. I thought about bringing another shirt, but the truth is that it'll be 50s, 60s at night and 80s during the day. And even if it gets cold on the mountain tops, I have the lightweight base layer, my hiking shirt, a long sleeve shirt, I have my fleece, and I have my puffy, and I have my raincoat. And so I'm really not worried about being cold with all of those things. I could bring another shirt. I probably have room. But I'm also trying to leverage leaving as much as I can behind, taking that Thru-hiker mentality. And then if I do need to purchase something, who doesn't want like a hiking shirt from Bulgaria? I'd rather have that than having to buy KT tape at Bulgaria. So pack the KT tape, leave the extra shirt, and if I need it, I can get one, but I probably won't. I have an additional hiking shirt from the one that I'm wearing one on the plane. Here's another one, just in case, probably won't need it. Hiking shorts, and like I said, another pair that I can use in towns, but I can hike in them. Gaiters, buff. I don't wear a hat. I cover my ears with my buff, and then my bandana, nose, everything, showering, however I'm going to use it, multi-purpose. I have another wool bra and some underwear, lightweight, I will use these back and forth. And then we're going to be swimming, I think, in places. So I'll just swim in my bra and underwear. Sleep socks, just in case my feet get super cold. And then these are like harem pants. I'm going to use them to sleep in. As I mentioned, I can put my lightweight like silk, it's Patagonia Capeline base layer under them if I get really cold. I can also use them in the monasteries and walking around where my knees need to be covered. And then this is another, it'll be my sleep shirt, but it is wool and it can work as a hiking shirt or town shirt, whatever. I really don't care. That's the thing. I don't care about looking cute or having lots of outfits. 2 pair of hiking socks. Probably won't need both, but it'll be nice. One thing that I don't know about this type of hiking and traveling is what will be available as far as laundry, and I'm so used to hiking the trail. So this seems like a lot. It's definitely more than I would carry packing for a through hike, for sure. Some things I considered were like my yoga mat, not gonna happen. I'm just gonna lay on the floor. And what else? I don't know. Can't think of anything else right now. I will also show you kind of how I'm placing things in the pack. That'll be next. Okay, to stuff this pack. First thing I should mention is I do have a pack liner. Not a pack, yeah, rain cover there as well. I'm gonna place this in, just get it settled in, and then put my sandals in. I could probably use them when I first get there, but it'll be better if they're at the bottom of the pack. Raincoat. It could be raining when I get there, but I'll just get a little bit wet. I think that it's, actually, maybe I'll leave this out and go ahead and put my gloves in with my puffy and then slide this in there. As you can see, there's a Ziploc bag because I want to make sure that these items, when they're in my pack during the day, they stay dry. And it'll also help in the airport just in case. So I'm gonna stuff that down. Then I'm gonna fill around this things like my rain skirt and stuff. And on the side, my, what's that? The liner for the sleeping bag, because I know I'll be using other people's sleeping bags. And then just some things I don't want to break, like my pea style, and my sunglasses will go kind of in the middle of that. So I've got some cushioning in the bottom with all of that stuff. I think the next thing that I'll put in is my actual, let me think for a second. Yeah, I'll put in my clothing bag. So I'll stuff that in and then fill it with clothes and we'll see what's left. So I stuffed the clothes in, and then right on top of the clothes, I put my toiletries. And then right on top of the toiletries, I put my food. There's a couple things in there I need to get out while I'm traveling. And so it makes it accessible. But I don't think I'm gonna need anything else, so that's good. There's like this little mesh thing. That's where I'm gonna tuck my shorts. That way, if I get to Sofia at the airport and it's like 90 degrees out, I can just grab my shorts, throw my pants in there, and it'll be much more comfortable that way. I was thinking I actually could just wear my compression socks on the plane, not have those other socks. So I might, and if that's the case, I'll just throw them in here. So that will come down. And then the other strategically placed thing, I've decided I'm going to stuff my raincoat in the top. And that is just for, again, easy access in case it's raining when I get there. And so I will get this all secured down. And actually, it fits really well, so I'm grateful for that. I don't really have to carry it much. It will just go to the airport. And so yeah, here it is. I weighed it the other day, and it was about 17 pounds, 16, 17 pounds worth of stuff for 4 weeks. That's not bad. It's not bad. Now, I could use the compression straps and cinch it in a little bit more. Maybe I'll do that, but for right now, I'm gonna leave it. And then I've got to talk to my travel companions because they said they're not putting their packs in anything for the airport. And I heard that's not a good idea. I heard that it's really super important to put the straps, like cover the straps somehow. And so I'm curious about that. They've done a lot of traveling, so I'll take their word for it that I don't have to worry about these things getting jammed in like belts and stuff. But I'll ask them first. And yeah, there you go. So that one is packed. And now my carry-on. So in my carry-on, I just stuffed my fleece in there. I'll stuff this scarf in there and the compression socks until I decide what I'm going to do with them. I have medication and snacks and toothpaste and toothbrush, which I'll need during my travels. I'm driving to New Hampshire and then flying out from there. That's where everyone's meeting. And then there's this zipper pocket. I'll use that for quick access things like headphones and cords. My water bottle will go in there. And then my fanny pack will ride along with me. So I'll just stick that in there for now. And there you go. Little carry-on. Certainly will stuff under the seat. Probably use it for a pillow. It's so small. And then I have my hiking clothes. I'll probably put those in this bag because, as I said, I'm traveling. And so I'll throw them in here and then just swap out in the morning when it's time to go, which is tomorrow. So excited. And that's it. All I'm taking. Whew. I'll put the itinerary, I'll try to anyway, and what I think I'm doing in the comments below, and then we'll see how this plays out. I've shared before that I don't like to know what it is I'm doing. I like for the adventure to unfold. So even though I could have looked at a lot of videos and all of that, or read books, or got into the culture of things, I did not do that. So it'll be a complete surprise. And I do hope to film along the way, but I might not. It really just depends on the comfort level of my travel companions, but I hope you'll follow along if I do. One last thing you might be curious about. What am I wearing on my feet? I am wearing my Ultralight Peaks. I hope these work out. I've really rehabbed the plantar fasciitis, and I think I'll be okay. I do have some inserts in here, and I am, yeah, fingers crossed. I've been hiking a lot, not hiking, but walking a lot, which brings me to my other my other decision. And that's trekking poles. Not bringing them. Still have a torn rotator cuff surgery in October, and I don't want to take a chance. I've looked at the information and I've talked to the guide, and I should be good. My companions are carrying trekking poles, so if there is a situation where I need them for balance, something like that, they'll be available, but I'm not bringing them, so no trekking poles. And I am hoping that things go well so that when I return and have surgery, I can get back to some backpacking next year. That's really been hard for me. I've only been out a couple of times, and I haven't really been carrying a pack because I'm not supposed to carry anything over 10% of my body weight, and that's really limited me. I miss it incredibly. And so hopefully this surgery will fix things, and then I'll be back out next year. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll finish the AT. Maybe I will find something else to do, or just continue some, weekend hikings and adventures. Time will tell. It'll be a surprise.